Our ancestors, the Mayas, were great builders. They bequeathed us a wonderful legacy of temples, monuments, parks that demonstrate that Hondurans can build infrastructure of the greatest caliber. 2,500 years later, in the year 2014, where the levels of information transparency around public infrastructure in our country were barely reaching a level of 27%. Earlier this year, we found that information was being released on different platforms. It was dispersed across different platforms, and this made it very difficult for citizens to access information. And following this observation, the Honduran government decided to turn to the CoST initiative as a way of improving access and improving transparency in the country. With the implementation of the CoST initiative, 2 years later, we moved from 27% to 82% of data information revealed, especially in the road infrastructure sector. And we achieved this with the design and launch of a one-stop platform where this information can be found, and we call this the CSOX. It's actually a very straightforward platform that we've created. And on this platform, you can find information from about 600 different public infrastructure projects in our country. And this has involved an approximate involving some $600 million of government investment. With the implementation of the CSOX platform and in partnership with CoST Honduras has enabled citizens to access information much more easily. And this is really important. And thanks to this platform, CoST Honduras has established cooperation with 175 municipal cooperation bodies, 175 of the 298 that exist. We have 298 different municipalities in our country. And these agreements that have been signed set out CoST's commitment to train these community transparency bodies so that they can better understand the technical data released by government. And as such, citizens can carry out citizen audits on this public information. I'd just like to give you 2 quick examples. When a highway segment is built, citizens found that the construction company was not respecting the environmental protection legislation and was processing asphalt on the roadside and very near residential areas. And as you know, this produces toxic gases, and among other diseases, can also lead to cancer. Another example is where citizens noticed that the construction company was not respecting the basic standards set out in the contract it had signed. And they realized that the operators were not using their protective helmets. And this created tremendous danger to the construction work. And this dangerous situation was pointed out by the Transparency Community Body, and they were able to secure the following result. The construction company had to respect the law. Citizens know their rights, they demand that these rights be respected. CoST Honduras is helping the Honduran population to understand these initiatives. What do these contracts mean? What's in these contracts? And as citizens, what should we expect when we invest our money, public money, into these public works? CoST is part of an open government initiative, and we're trying to shed light on this data and make them tangible and real for the Honduran people. And CoST is made up of representatives from different sectors, or represented equally, with equal representation from civil society organizations, which I am proud to represent in our country, but also business organizations, and of course, the governmental sector, which has to be accountable. The CoST experience has helped us play a role in the government's third economic plan, and we've been able to take initiatives to ensure greater access to data, to create greater transparency in the infrastructure sector, and we've made tremendous progress, especially around road building. Ladies and gentlemen, this initiative and this experience we've had with CoST illustrates that when such initiatives are taken, you can achieve recognition, respect from within the highest realms of government power. Inspired by our Mayan ancestors, we're very proud of our Mayan culture, our Mayan origins. We aspire to carry out future actions so that together, between civil society, the private sector, and government, we can ensure that transparency is a daily activity, and that once and for all, on all levels in Honduras, transparency comes first. Thanks for your attention.